Today, I want to share something. If you are struggling with consistency or struggling to create habits, I want to share what I'm learning from Atomic Habits. This is my second week that I'm talking about this. This is an incredible book. So, we talk a lot about building micro habits. So, building a habit that is so small, that is so easy to do, that, there's really no excuse to not do it. And this is, if you're struggling to create any habit, just, I want to emphasize the value of creating a micro habit. And the example that James Clear gives in his book, he actually calls them the 2 minute rule. So having a habit that you only do for 2 minutes at the most, and you can't go longer. And so, for example, saying I'm going to read out of my life book for 2 minutes, set a timer, and you're not going to do any longer than that. But you do this every single day. And what happens is after a couple weeks, you're in your life book and you say, well, maybe I'll read another minute or so. Or you just keep the 2 minutes, which really for the life book is sufficient. But he also gives the example of somebody who wants to exercise. And so he gives an example of this man who went to the gym every single day, and he would only allow himself to stay there for 5 minutes. But he just kept going every day for 5 minutes. And after 2 weeks, he thought, well, I'm already here. I might as well do some more. And because that is the biggest challenge for us in our habits and creations of habits, is it's not doing the thing, it's doing it consistently. And so when you start a habit that's so small and so doable that you can't make an excuse, you can't say, I don't have time to put on my shoes, I don't have time to read for 2 minutes. That's just, we have time for that. And so starting small, and really it's about showing up. And showing up is really where it's at when it comes to those habits. And so for us, like with our program, the nutrition is so simple. And eating every 2 to 3 hours, we don't have to think about most of those meals. They're already there. There's no decision that needs to be made. And so that's where those habits are created. And that's why, it's such an amazing thing to have our fuelings, because we don't have to make that decision, and we can create that habit that's very simple and doable. We don't have to think about it except for our lean and green, which is only once a day. So when we have these habits that we're working on, that's my challenge to you. If you're really struggling with consistency, or struggling, you really want to create this habit, but you just haven't, you've done it once or twice, but haven't gotten into that actual habit, I really encourage you to set a goal for these micro habits, or the 2 minute rule. And, if it's exercise, create a habit where at a certain time of day you're putting your shoes on at that time. And just do that day after day after day after day, because that's what it takes. Otherwise, we're very, it's so infrequent, and maybe we're only doing it one day, and then it doesn't, then the next week, one day, and that's not how habits are created. So anyway, that's what I wanted to share. So I'd really love for you to choose a micro habit of something that you want to improve, or a habit that you want to create, but I want you to create a micro habit or a 2 minute habit, and let me know what that is. And that's, simple challenge. So anyway, have a great day. Can't wait to talk to you.